Last weekend, I posted a video on TikTok of me using an air fryer, and much to my surprise, it went viral. This is the story of the craziness that followed, culminating in someone threatening to call the police on me for using an air fryer. Okay, so to start, I need to tell you a little bit of background about what this video was and why I posted it. There is some friendly rivalry between some of the parents at my children's school and us about the sports day picnic. One year someone bought what was considered to be a posh camping chair, and then someone bought a gazebo the next year, and now it's like a game. We basically try and one-upmanship each other every year by bringing something more elaborate. So a few weeks ago, we were telling some other non-school friends about this, and someone offered to loan us a power bank so that we could take a coffee machine to school sports day. Now, if you've not come across power banks yet, you can buy like big super size power banks, which are great big versions of the things that you charge your mobile phone on. So obviously we said yes to the power bank, and I went pretty quickly from coffee machines to air fryers, because in all the time that I've been making videos about air fryers on this channel, there has been an ongoing discussion about taking air fryers camping. So for me, it was the opportunity to try out the theory of air fryers in the wild and possibly share some footage with you of it happening. So then we had the decision of which air fryer to take. The Ninja Pro, which is a 6.2 litre model, was in our kitchen at the time being reviewed, but it's too powerful because it's 2000 watts, and that's the upper limit of the power bank that we had, and we didn't want to blow it up because it's obviously not ours. But I did have a Philips 2000 single drawer, which was sitting in a box waiting to be opened, ready to be reviewed. So that was just right because it was 1800 watts, and it was logical that to go with the coffee machine, the right thing to cook was going to be frozen pastries. So sports day came around, we took everything in the car to the sports field, and then when we got there, we put it all into a pull-along trolley, wheeled it to our spot, and set up a folding camping kitchen, which we've had for about 10 years, since the kids were really small and we used to do camping a bit more. And we put the air fryer on, and when the smell of the pastries cooking started drifting over to other parents, we then had lots of parents showing up at our pitch, wanting to see the setup, being really amused and interested at the battery, lots of entertainment. Everybody loved it. That was the whole point of it. It was just an elaborate joke and a bit of entertainment on the day. Plus, we got pastries out of it. Now, I did shoot some video footage because, as I say, it's been an ongoing discussion about using the power bank thing, whether you can take an air fryer camping. But also, because this Philips model, I'm going to be reviewing it in a couple of weeks, I thought this will make the video more interesting for those lovely people on YouTube who normally have to sit through endless footage of me using it in my kitchen. It just made it a bit more interesting. And then towards the end of the time that we were cooking, I thought, I know, I will turn the phone around and do some vertical filming, because maybe this will work on TikTok. Now, I don't post a lot on TikTok. I find people here in this community on YouTube to be amazing, really polite, really kind, really positive. And I decided to share this 13-second unedited clip of me cooking some of the pastries on TikTok just to see what the response was. So I posted it and nothing much happened for the first few hours. I had a few comments from people who got it, who saw the funny side, enjoyed a laugh, enjoyed the entertainment. And it got up beyond 1,000 views, and I thought, well, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. And we came home, we unpacked all the stuff, did the washing up, put the stuff in the bin, as you do, sorted the kids out. And a few hours later, I checked it again, and it was up past like 10,000. So I thought, well, this is doing pretty good. And I was starting to get more comments. Partly they were people who were getting it and they were positive, but there were also quite a lot of irrationally angry people who just were so cross about why I was using an air fryer outside and why I was doing something that might have taken longer than if I'd done it at home, or been more inconvenient than if I'd done it at home. And it was all just going right over the top of their head. And by the time I went to bed, I checked again and it was over 100,000 views. And I thought, well, that will probably be it because it's nighttime now and TikTok shelf life is quite short. It will die off. But the madness was only just beginning. Now, before I share the comments with you, very quickly, normally on this channel I talk about home appliances. Please do check out my other videos and consider subscribing. So let's group the comments into flavours of madness. Firstly, a positive one. I'll start on a nice one. I had no idea how popular Marks and Spencer's frozen pastries are. I mean, I wasn't obviously trying to push the pastries. That was very incidental to what I was doing. In the video, I've actually got the packet the wrong way round, so you can't see that it says Marks and Spencer's on it. You can't even see what they are really. But I suddenly had all of these people commenting on the video who really, really liked the pastries. And you know what? Marks and Spencer's is going through a really hard time at the moment with all the cyber attack. And so I was actually quite genuinely pleased for our great British institution that they can, in hard times, lean upon the success of their pastries. Then we had the non-stick coatings people. Now, please, I do get this. I really do. But literally every time I do a video about air fryers, I get comments from people like it's the first time that someone might have pointed out about non-stick coating being difficult. And then people started on the cleanliness of my air fryer, which, bearing in mind it had literally come out of the box the day before, was a little bit ironic. Now, my mistake was I'd apparently not tipped the crumbs out between the batches, and this was just sending people over the edge entirely. Now, somewhere along the way, an idea took root that I was selling the pastries, and this made people so angry because I wasn't wearing gloves or an apron or have my hair tied back or anything that would indicate I was perhaps selling the pastries. And people were commenting and asking where my gloves were and, well, would I pass a hygiene inspection? It was mad. But the thing that really pushed people to the brink of sanity was the thought that I might have done it all without getting a pat for the air fryer. Now, for anyone that doesn't know, a pat is a portable appliance test. It's a little yellow sticker that gets stuck on things that you use in offices or public buildings. It's not a legal requirement, and it's definitely not a legal requirement on brand new electricals either. But there is now a whole thread on TikTok, which last time I checked was 62 comments long, talking about whether or not I should have had a pat. And then the maddest of all the mad comments was the guy who thought because I didn't have a pat, I would be hearing from the police about it. Which is just so bonkers, because I don't wish to speak poorly of our police in this country, but you can't get police in the UK to come out for actual crimes, let alone somebody using an air fryer without a yellow sticker on it. It's just so nuts. So anyway, normal service will resume next week. If you want to go over to TikTok and dive into the madness and, you know, brace yourself, it is bonkers. The link is in the description, and do let me know what you think. I'm relying on you guys, by the way, for the sane responses in the comments, because YouTube is my safe space. So don't push me over the edge. It's been a hell of a week. Thanks for watching.